It's not an embarrassment. We did to ourselves. Can't be embarrassed about it.
Are you surprised you lost the first 2 games at home? I mean, no one would have expected you to lose both of them.
I was surprised we lost the first game in the fashion that we did. This game, they just beat us. They play defense. Offensively, did all the wrong things. One-on-one. They beat us.
What way of all the problems that's plaguing this team right now, what are the most easily correctable and which ones are the ones that are more deeply rooted?
I mean, well, it's deeply rooted at this point. It's obvious we have trust issues, and unless we come out and discuss them, and nothing's going to change.
Trust issues with what, the offense?
No, individually.
Really?
Between all 13 of us, we have trust issues right now.
How do you guys go about solving that?
Coming and talking about it.
What would be an example of not having trust issues?
I mean, I think it's quite obvious for anybody who's watching the game. Hesitation on passes, defensively, not being there for your teammate because he wasn't there for you before. Stuff like that, little things.
Hey, Andrew, you always said the size advantage is there if the team wants to use it. If so, great. If not, whatever. I mean, is that one of the issues when a team like this with U2 down low takes 23s? They missed their first.
Well, I mean, a lot of the threes that came, consequently, we were down by 10. We gave up a little bit too early, I thought. We just started checking up shots. Maybe we need to draw a double team from somewhere else from the court and move the ball.
Drew, game 1 is a game you guys could have had tonight. You guys just didn't look in rhythm. How confident are you? You guys can turn it around for game 3.
Like I said, it's trust issues. So if we, come in and have a good session tomorrow, which I believe we will, then we'll be able to correct the things we do. But if not, then we'll go home.
What's the biggest challenge about winning in that building?
Huh?
What's the biggest
I
challenge?
mean, we can win anywhere. We proved that before. Now we just got to bring it out. To be honest with you, I mean, like I said, if we go out and we practice hard tomorrow, we get to the root of what's really hurting us. And not, candy coat things and talk around issues, then we'll be fine. If not, then we won't.
Andrew, what is the root of what was hurting you? What is the root?
It's for us.
It's what?
It's for us.
Did these trust issues build up during the playoffs, or have they been there the whole season?
Realistically speaking, I believe the whole season. We're quite a talented team, so we kind of get by sometimes. Guys can take over a game. You have 4 or 5 guys who are able to score 10 straight points, so it makes it a little bit less obvious. But at this point, it's obvious because this team is cutting us apart, and we're not doing anything about it.
You're talking about they need a lot of heart-to-hearts going on in there?
Yep.
Why do you feel they haven't been addressed? Why do you feel they haven't been addressed?
Myriad of reasons. Not for y'all again.
With a situation like you're in, does that force the issue more? Like you said, you were kind of able to get by before without talking about them. With the situation you're in, does that, you guys have to talk about it, because if you don't, you're not going to be playing any longer.
Is that a question, or is that?
Did this issue force you guys to talk about these issues that you haven't been talking about prior to this?
No, I mean, I think we've addressed them, but now it's time to really sit down and ask yourself the tough questions.
Do you have confidence that you will be able to settle that? You said
Yes. 100%.
What gives you that confidence?
Having won championships in the past and understanding that, when we are capable of doing what everyone else deems impossible, and, that's just the type of team we are. We're definitely capable of doing something, of that magnitude.
Did you have these in the first couple of runs?
Huh?
Did you have these issues in the first couple of runs?
The first couple of runs.
Last
Of course, yeah. We went Game 7 with Houston. We've done a couple of Game 7s, Game 6s, and things like that. And I thought the Hornets would, challenge us like that. So we've got things to conquer in the past, and normally we come out on top. This is another challenge for us.
Don't you think it's
a great challenge, but it's another one.
I think it's pretty strange that this time of the year that this is coming up, though.
Not really. I think under this immense pressure of the playoffs, it makes everything more evident. Like I said before, in the regular season, they're talented enough to go on runs. But at this point, the other team is knowing exactly how to counter you. It's a 7-game series. They're studying tape. They know where to attack you at. So, like I said, everything just gets more magnified.
After being so effective against Chris Paul and Soler and getting underneath so easily against you guys?
Because the defense that we were doing is something maybe a little bit foreign to the players that were in it. And then, like I said, the trust issue, everything broke down. For me, I can talk for me. For me, I stopped to help my teammates because my guys kept getting live and easy plays. So I succumbed to, not helping my teammates. So that's something that I could definitely fix.
Is some of the difference on the other end where, I mean, Okafor is not going to, be dunking the ball like Chandler might be.
Well, he did get dunks the same way. I mean, everybody got dunks the same way.
Andrew, you said your team has trust issues. Do you have trust issues with your teammates also?
I believe that each and every one of us can bring something positive to the game if they want to, and now it's up to them.
Is this a personal thing or is it a basketball thing, the trust issue? Is it only on the court or is there something brewing in the locker room?
I mean, it's basketball, so it would be definitely both.
Andrew, you brought your hunger tonight. You turned around your game, but a lot of guys...
No, I mean, well, I did things that hurt us more so than, the things I did well. So tonight, I would definitely give myself, like a D, a FD.
A D?
Because, I didn't come out with that intent to stop the basketball. Maybe I could have got a hard foul. Maybe I could have done a lot of different things. So, when you're not successful as a unit, then we are not successful. And that's one thing that I think each and every one of us needs to realize and realize it tomorrow.